Is anyone there? Because I can't hear anything.
Do you mean on our side?
That reshaped how everybody
Mm-hmm.
did things.
Okay, now I hear you guys.
Okay.
Rethink how businesses operated, rethink how governments operated, and more so, how did you engage with people, loved ones, and that you could not necessarily be around. We had some tremendous losses, but we had some also tremendous gains. And so one of those games is this call, this form, this set, this framework of a cohesive mindset on trying to get things done in your community, right? What did you want to see done? What did you want to have accomplished? And though I wrote out some goals and set forth, did we achieve all those goals? No. Did we achieve 100%? No. But that's not our goal. But it's something that you can work towards. So you at least have something that you can see tangibly and a plan of action and then move forward. So as this call is a celebration because this is why we're here in person as well. And so as we wanted to celebrate all of you for being here on the call and being, as consistent as possible because consistency is key in anything that you do, right? And so we've been consistent, we've been here, we've been engaged, we have guests to come on, and more particularly, we have a guest tonight. She doesn't even know, but I'm in a few minutes here, I'm gonna give her a surprise, and she's gonna give this plug on her what she does in this blood drive that's coming up December 12th. But these are the type of things that we want the community to engage. And this is how you get your message out. And I say to myself, there's always been a small group of people that change the world. But we have to do, and I know one thing is one of the things I have to work on is communication and really getting our message out and really translating that to the community at large. And I think that, once we fine tune those aspects, then people will know what the fifth district is doing for the city and the greater good of the city. And I'm proud of what we've done. This also too is a call on the Monday night, the Monday before election. And so there will be a city election tomorrow. And so at the end of that tomorrow day, that people will decide. There's elections in districts 1, 3, 5, and 7. And this is District 5. So as my term is up, what I have been elected to do as this first term. And so go to the polls tomorrow, vote. But we do not use this platform as anything as politically related out there to campaign to do anything. This is simply every Monday night thing that's been consistent in all that we have done and all that we will do and continue to do. But do go out to the polls tomorrow and vote. Exercise your right. And so, because it is absolutely your right, it will be your choice. And so I tell everybody just for everybody to choose wisely. So as we move forward, does anybody here want to say anything about what has over the last 2 years been anything that you've been a part of, made happen or changed? This is your opportunity, and people on the screen too as well. You have the opportunity to speak your mind and speak what it is that you have gained since you've been on this call. As we want to hear the greatest achievements and we want to hear the greatest acknowledgments of all of what you have experienced on God being engaged in the community with this call here. And success stories, non-success stories, however you feel or what it is, we want you to be honest, brutally honest. As this is your agenda, this is for you. And so we do acknowledge that, and we want to hear from you. If anything that we can do better, please do chime in on how we can fine tune and make this better experience for the overall community, particularly you. people here who are engaged in this platform.
All right, so Ms. Angel Payne would like to speak first. Go ahead, Ms. Payne.
I would like to say, of course, I'm very proud to be a part of this great city. But I am very disappointed in the fact that we still do not have a sidewalk on Roosevelt Highway, where we had a youth that was killed walking from work.
Hold on, it's two different things. There's two different sounds happening.
Okay, hold on. Should I don't know why I'm not close to anything. Hold on. Make sure this is turned off here. Hold on. I think the sound is okay. Oh,
No, it's a delay.
is that better? You can hear me now?
Yes, but I do want to remind you that we're doing positive accomplishments tonight.
Oh, no. Speak your mind. It's no, my thing is like, yes, it's better. So just go ahead and start over, repeat what you said so we can just better have. Yes. We have a delay on it.
From the live stream. Okay, go ahead. So what are you gonna do? You wanna cut it? All right, go ahead, Miss Angel.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to say that we should do better. We should do more for the little things. The big things are great, but we should do more of the little things just to make sure that we're staying safe as community members.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Anybody from the audience?
Marty. All right, right. No.
I would like to thank you for the Former Foreign Trade Program. I was a participant and graduated from the trade school. Low voltage and big funds. This national program was fantastic. Don't call me for any jobs, but I do know how to pretty much manage around my home issues. To assist me. But thank you for that. Also, thank you for Monday night call. It's just refreshing to be not maybe to speak with you about things that I'm not really related to. Also, I appreciate that. Number one, well, three actually. I had an issue on my community and then to councilman and we have to be resolved. Thank you. And I also one is partnering things. I knew to go out, and I wish I had this. And what he does is he does that. Go home and probably go to the So people that come out sell a solar, they can appear as great somewhere. In reality, it's probably not. Anyone sell out a solar? They sold. If you saw them, you would know. But, you know, and we're so excited to have learned so much. But then in this city, not going on the hometown, because a lot of events and the cohesive way that we have worked together, we would not have this.
Yes, you do.
Then they're on me.
It probably is better. Is it okay now? Okay.
Hi, I'm Brandy. Jeremy don't know, okay? This is Brandy, the emphasis being Thomas. Definitely would like to support, one of our stores is New Rocky. One of the stores for 200 people, or whatever you want to call it. Had the opportunity to actually get contact support. And I think being open and willing to engage versus having this call. So thank you for that, because this is one plan process. He actually was willing to have conversations with me. We were actually solve the problem that I had in my person. Which is very, very important. He's from here, he lives here, and our representation from him is for our vision. And that is very important. If it is from his thing, somebody who's dedicated and to help him. I think these are been what we have to give us an opportunity to engage with each other. Nobody watch. But now I have extra. We did often because I don't say negative stuff in positive stuff. It's made for one professional.
That's right.
I see these two ladies practice and speak. How often does that happen? But that happens. We come, we listen to our legislature, go through our whole agenda, and then it's the positive report. Like, let's try to make a positive change versus sitting back and just being on that and complaining about it. You may not get everything that we we want. But at least see the other side of the table, and I wish that more people would want to see, this is how things happen. He explained it, we go through meetings, we get to ask questions, because sometimes we get a lot of explaining. So having these Monday nights, I think was positive. It was great because if you get a lot of negative stuff, we turned it around. And I don't care what anybody says, if you get involved, it makes it easier to get to the other side. So thank you for that. I don't think that I've been experiencing definite, and the people who were before you did not do these things. So there's been a lot of positive things that have happened. I appreciate you around for that. They did not have that. They did not hear anybody say that was under. Well, the numbers, there's nothing for it to do there. The staff is there, but there's no program. So because before it's not like on Burdette, now we have so many things that we can do with Burdette. That I'm looking at saying, next door, next door, even, oh, come out to bingo, come out on that bingo. More likely, I truly appreciate that. It makes a difference, shining like what's going on down here. Oh, that versus not trying to take it works. Everything is going Camp Creek, amphitheater, people are here down here on the south end, South Pool. We are proud of this area. One of the things I think before everything is done, we are starting to see it. We are starting to see it.
Anybody here on the line? Anybody on the line?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
No, did anybody want to
Say
talk
anything
about?
about this call and the effect of this call and what you have experienced over the last 2 years being on this call? As tonight is a celebration because this is our 2-year anniversary. Actually, it was last month, but we're celebrating out there today as our close. So nobody here? Jack, Ms. Slade?
I'm Jackie Slade, and I just want to thank you for not only known music, but we both lived in the same neighborhood. I'm still in that same neighborhood, y'all, close to 50 years. But I want to thank you for recognizing me as a vet, and I have to apologize also. I'm really active. You know how my daughter is. Well, I'm just as bad as she is, and we love to support. We love to support. It's doing something, but I dropped the ball some. I guess it was so much going on after COVID. I split between you and Linda, and I was like, I don't even know where to go. So I like to tell you that tomorrow is another day.
Amen.
Next week is another week. So I promise you, I'm one of those that I'm out every day. I'm the dancer. In case y'all don't know what I'm doing. So I'm used to being around people. And I have to tell this is very real funny. It's very personal too. We were supposed to have this little meeting in my front yard. It started raining. And then everybody on the inside. I'm like, oh, my son is doing renovation on me. He came in, give me that thing, and I'm gonna prop my feet up here. So you know what? Just go straight home. He knows home. So it's a difference when you're dealing with people, and my willingness is still there. And I apologize again, I hadn't been forward in doing so. So I'm gonna participate, but you know I'm number one in your corner. You need something around it. So I had to explain to Tamika, no, I'm one of these, and I have to see a lot of people in the community every day. So if you're going to pass a word and something out, I'm one of these that I have a big mouth call, so I can get the message. So I just want to tell you that. Oh, and you were taking my picture.
No,
No,
online. Where,
you just online.
when and where do you teach class?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
When do you teach class and where?
Well, I teach 6 classes, one of them, I shouldn't say 5, one of them is like a private, it's in a senior center in Riverdale. But I do 2 classes up in Christian City, 2 in Ronald Bridges, over in Union City. Then I do a class at Library Tuesday night.
Which one?
And of course, the voting has interrupted us with the ones on Tuesday night. And then, so I'm thinking about another one for disabled, really people in January, in the day. For people who get, so they can come and sit in a chair and move their arms and wiggle their toes. So that's very important. I have celebrated my 76th birthday 2 Fridays ago.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
So don't give up on life. Don't give up.
That's right. And which library is that?
The one on my.
Gladys Denard.
At what time? Day and time?
And really, I just want, as many people in that, it's class, I do for working class people. Yeah, that for working. People that come in and just relax after hard days.
That's right. I've been to her class.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna take, go ahead, somebody said something?
Ms. McKee, you wanted to say what you got out of coming on the Monday night calls?
Yes, you know, I've always enjoyed the Monday night calls. Sometimes I'd be busy and couldn't get on them, but most of the time I would get on them because that's where I would get most of my community information to confirm everything. I have a calendar, but I always need to confirm things. And I thank Corey for doing this and pray that he continue on doing this because this is what our community needs. We need interaction. And it was a place where we could go on and ask questions and voice our opinions. And it was our town hall meeting after hours every week. So thank you, Corey, Councilman Reeves, for doing this. And he and I has always worked on projects way before now on Old National. So I know he loved my community just as I love my community. So Corey, you and I are always work together on projects and we'll keep going for it.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am, I appreciate it. But we do want to take this little breather and bring up Miss Tamika. And so as I'm gonna let her tell you what she does. And so, but she does have an event coming up on the 12th of December.
Clarify not Tamika.
Huh?
Clarify not the gender.
Right. Yeah, this is Tamika, not Tamiko. Tamiko is the gentleman. This is Tamika. Right.
Go ahead.
So we have a book from 3 to 7 at Critter Park. We will also be giving out $30 gift cards, so please go over Red Cross and look up Old National or Critter Park, December 12th and sign up. We start from 3 to 7. Please come and see and sign up. Thank you. Reasons we're doing this is because there is a shortage. There's a large demand for African American blood. You know, sickle cell is still out there, it's prevalent among us. And what you don't want is a deficit because it requires a specific blood type. And we don't want that to be a deficit. And we're starting to have problems with something that is prevalent among us. So we need your help. They're begging for African Americans to give blood. We appreciate the incentives that they are giving as it relates to your coming to give blood. But let's keep it real. Let's stay focused. We as a culture need help. And this is one of the areas that you can help everybody under health care.
What's the age that you can start or finish? Like, what's the beginning age? What's the end age for giving blood?
Any age, me, we're 18 and over,
18,
me was
okay.
actually high school kids can give blood.
Okay.
I'm not elementary kids, but high school kids and to age to all the way up to 80, as long as you're healthy and strong, they'll give you blood. So it's gonna be a, they can get there
Mhm.
and they'll make sure you're able to give. Now, if you're anemic, you can't give blood. You have, it's the protocol when you're anemic, you have to, I think it's about a month out, you have to prep for it. But Red Cross, you can give Red Cross a call and they can tell you how to prepare for giving donation if you're anemic. But we really just need that to happen. If a child brings a parent, that's an incentive for the parent.
Oh, very good.
Gift card.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Huh?
You said what's the date? December 12th.
December 12th, we can give a flyer. And you can send a QR code and it will take you to the appointment. Then you can just sign up.
Like that.
You said leaving to,
Yes, ma'am. As long as you-
yeah, here,
Please share,
Okay.
please share in your
Okay.
various HOAs,
Mm-hmm.
in your communities, in your church. Doesn't matter who you live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited about that, and I tell you why. Because it is not convenient to get blood in this area. And, I guess all the years that I worked, I was able to give blood and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have to go home and find my Red Cross card. I don't even know where it is now.
That's okay, they'll regenerate.
Well, yes, I'm glad to know. So thank you.
No problem. If I may, 2 years,
Yes.
I am not one of your frequent flyers Monday night meetings,
Mhm.
but I am in tune with Corey. I appreciate him. Great leaders are known by their followers. And, I'm hoping that people, when you get ready to vote, this is not, saying anything against anyone that's running for this position.
Mm.
It is saying something for the person that has the position. And that is, if you notice a difference, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Okay, I'm simply saying that great things have happened. Been around a long time, 40-something years, and Burdett was thriving in those years. And it was difficult to close doors. Now they're open again. And in the discredit to Tory is that he's made the position look like it is easy. And it's not. So be careful when you want new people come in. They will need a grace period to understand and learn a whole lot of things before they get started, which means that will place us on a backslide scale again. So just understand, vote, but don't vote automatically. Don't vote for somebody said, vote for this person or that person. Vote for what you know. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Johnson wanted to speak online.
Go ahead, Ms. Johnson.
Hi, this is Ms. Johnson. Well, Tori, I really do enjoy working with you. We have worked on several projects in the Fairwood neighborhood. And it's just been really great working with you and talking with you and Tamika. That's what I pray that we continue to be able to work together on different projects in District 5. That is what all I have to say.
What are some of the things that you have worked on?
We worked on getting the stop signs down Fairwood. We worked on redoing that contract for the city of South Fulton on the maintenance department of cutting the grass. Me and Glumna and Corey worked on that. And we worked on getting what else did we done worked on so much together. Oh, we and I enjoyed going over to the Fairwood place, picking my strawberries. And then we had Corey also one night had us to find out about planning and different things.
You're muted. Oh, okay, go ahead.
On me over on that. So I'm looking forward to continue working.
You hit the mute again.
What about your senior technology class? Did you take that?
Yeah, oh yeah, don't let me forget that. That was great. I worked with Tamika was our teacher on that, and I did learn how to do a lot. It was hard on me, wasn't it, Tamika? But I got there.
It
Yes.
was not hard. You can do it, and you are doing it.
Really did enjoy it.
Right. Well, I'm just gonna say that, you know, as I apologize to anyone who felt like they cannot reach me, they cannot get in touch with me. But I acknowledge that I'm here every Monday from 6:30 to 7:30. Is that no matter what, I remember getting stitches, and we're still doing the call. My birthday, we're still on the call. Holiday, we're still on the call. Matter of fact, the holidays, we think we're only gonna be on for 10 or 15 minutes, and those are always ones that go over to an hour and a half. And I'm just saying, when we make transitions, as I talk about this and I put things out there in terms of football, is because I have to say this because it's just one of the wisest quotes I've ever heard. And it came from Mike Tyson. He says, everybody has a plan until you get hit in the mouth, right? And so as we have a whole plan of action, but COVID hit everybody in the mouth. And people didn't really know how to adjust. But when you have the mindset of you have a plan, and Nick Saban being one of the greatest football coaches, he has a whole game plan. They practice for weeks. It ain't working. At halftime, he makes adjustments, make changes, I'm gonna do this, do that, and then come back out there as a commissioner. Everybody has, what is he doing? He goes out there and wins him a football game. He made adjustments. And so I acknowledge that COVID happened to slow down a lot of things. I personally caught COVID and was 3 weeks and I thought I had friends. I said, well, I just know a lot of people, right? And so but that did change my life, and it changed my outlook on a lot of things. I actually became kind of a hermit almost, and I felt comfortable at home. I make different rooms as just different theme rooms so I can transition from one scene to another. And it was a comfort zone for me, right? And it still became a comfort zone for me so much that, you know, I didn't want to leave home. But I knew, as in leadership, one of the things you have to do is you do have to be seen, and people want to see you. But that's why I thank God for my team and the people around me, like and the people I can work with, like, you know, friends, family, coworkers, of course. And that's why I said about full-time administration to training, because even in the worst cases, all I get understanding, but all I get training, because that's why I have full faith and confidence on them having the ability to get things done and speaking instead. And thank God for people like Brandy, who was adversarial at first and understood the process and got involved and she actually got here and ran the board because Tamika took up and she had to tell you how that changed her perspective. But when people say that this call is foolish or this call is whatever, I mean, I really look past it, but I look at it like, that's interesting. But they've never been on the call. They never tried to join it. They never tried to get an outcome of it. And so for all of what they said negative, everything positive has happened. And that's 104 straight calls, right? Of every week. Ask yourself, how many town halls is that people have? And then when you go to a town hall and you have all of these up here, what do you get? What do you get out? So I don't apologize for the type of forum we have, but I do apologize for my communication of it and it not being effective as it should have been. As you know, but like I said, as I rely a lot on the people in the young folks who know about this technology and all this other stuff, but we gotta get them up to speed sometimes too, right? And so that's where we will come in. And so we're having great partners, like Jane Williams, who is always out on the case and on the call. And see, I'm driving by here right now, I'm on the scene, get this, that's, see, Jane is on the scene, okay? And her sister Ruth out there being able to help out and just, you know, and is helping us. And, you know, Ms. Collins always been the chairman, and she's the HOA president, Ms. Jack Slade. As these are the chance too, is to have an HOA presidents come together and really come and just know that we don't nothing separate us but trees, right? There's no district that, I mean, they're invisible lines, people, bottom line is. And so, but at the end of the day, we work together for conglomeration of the city. So having our elders and having Marvin Arrington always send his representative from the commissioner level. And so thank you, Jarrell. And Ms. Paula Vaughn, who's one of our elders and provides a lot of wisdom. And so, and Ms. Chandra we had a meeting with the community on her street about a situation we're dealing with this deal that on her block, and she wasn't there to meeting, but I came back because I go down there often and come down to the end of the street to go walk through the land, and who's there in my driveway? She came out and said, "Oh, I'm Councilman." She said, "Oh, okay." From that conversation to here now to rooted affirmations and to growing the aquaponic and starting a nonprofit. I'm just saying, you know, because I am out of the community. You might not know who I am, but you know, I'm out in the community, and so and I really been on the scene. But to one of the greatest partnerships over there from the state level, as Representative Mandisha Thomas up there. So the political farmer. Right. Okay. See that. Absolutely. And so because as like this new Central Park that's coming, right? As that is an initiative work for 3 years. 3 years. And you know, we can't do this all like that. It's just because we just sow the seeds and put the water on it. But only God gives it the ability to grow. And so we sowed our seed, we poured our water on it, but we couldn't do nothing else. And well, God put his land on here because we're the only administration, the only one to expand our green space by 18.5 acres. That's an absolute fact. That's a fact. And the things that we have done is first in the world. So we're now working on a historical landmark. And so as people want to try to come at you, hope the band try to make a mountain out of a small molehill, where there's other issues that go that's far greater than this. But you have to ask yourself, why would it be this area? Why specifically this district? Well, as I was talking yesterday, as I said, well, there's really, they said, why did you run again? I said, I thought I was a one and done. I was a Kentucky Wildcat. I'm good. But as I started talking, I said, well, there really else, nobody can really do what we're doing because nobody has the mindset to do it as we can do it, as we firmly believe it's not a me, it's a we. As we go down this journey, as what the teacher said, trust the process, enjoy the journey. And so we're living by process, but we are also enjoying the journey. As do we accomplish everything? Absolutely not. But we have goals to work toward. If you want to go climb the Eiffel Tower, or what was the stairs up to the tallest building in the world? You want to walk the stairs. When you get halfway there, are you gonna be tired? Are you gonna be, and get this, you know, came a long way, but get this, you still got a long way to go. But the fact that you're still upward moving and trending upward. And that's what we are as a city is doing. Every year that we get older, we're trending in an upward direction. But it takes vision, it takes a steadfast mindset, it takes a community that is engaged. Because all I'm doing is connecting the engaged community to the real tangible projects. That's what we do. And so, and you just meet them, get out of the way, and watch what happens when that mindset of communities come together. it's amazing. But you remove the politics out of it, and look how further you get. And so that's what I try to do, because my job is fiduciary. I understand it very well. Do I have to be at every event? Do I have to be at every single one? Absolutely not. Senator Ossoff sends his representative, David, Congressman David Scott sends his, Representative Mindy St. Thomas sends hers. And so, you know, as you can't be in everything. This is a part-time position for me. But that's why I have a full-time administration that I happily send to training. Okay, happily send to training. And so, as if I could send y'all to training, but we did send them for people in the community.
No, we did.
As the GMA officer, if you're willing to take the trip, we open it up and they go get exposed to the Georgia Municipal Association, what they have for residents and people alike. So this is something that I've never been a council person before. I never ran for anything in my life, but this right here. So this is the first time I've seen things up close and personal. And yes, I did have a learning curve, but I learned very quickly though. But at the end of the day, I still had to build a process, procedures, and protocol within myself, within my administration, because I'm accountable for everything that happens. So and I'm accountable to the constituents to update them. These calls right here is my accountability. They don't have these people, they tell me what I'm doing wrong. But then when elders summon me, I go to the meetings and get this, and they tell me like it is, as the elders should. Because how else am I supposed to learn and gain the wisdom out there that they haven't known if it's not being shared with me? So, and they have an opportunity for everybody to come. So I just, like I said, as I hope to, as we continue down this journey, continue on these community engagement forums every Monday, as wherever it's lacking, whatever is lacking, and that's not effective, let's change it up to where it is. And I take advice and I take it and I put it into and incorporate it. It's not like I don't take constructive criticism, but we want to definitely communicate the message of what we are doing. And we want to get out to the masses. And another thing of that is marketing and communication from a city level, a broad perspective, a broad base, right? So, but however we're going to do that, and that's fine. And I bring people on here, like the subject matter experts. These are healthcare professionals. I'm not in healthcare. I know I have healthcare, but I'm not in it. So if I have questions, I have a subject matter expert I can go ask questions to. I need your number 2. And so, but it's the things about that, but it's like this blood drive, things of that nature. Because Representative Thomas, we went to that sickle cell event, and then they had in East Point, the 5K that they had. And it really is an issue. Is just in that little time that we was there, we learned a lot. So to have this blood drive here and to talk about that is very important, particularly to our community. Because y'all remember T-Boz was their spokesperson for a long time, right? They're looking for another spokesperson, but I said, this is an athlete, somebody out there, because that African-American president gave representation on more African-Americans going to seek it help and realize they have sickle cell and realize it's not going to kill you. You can survive through it, but you have to maintain and take care of your bodies, take care of your system. But we all have to do that, but they have to do it a little more important. And like I said, we have to take care of each other. You have to take care of me, like, you know what I mean? Because I can lose it sometimes, but I have to remain in control, so, as you know what I mean? And so as that, but at the same time, we're all human at the end of the day. We're not robots, we have lives. And so but you know, as we continue down, we're definitely going to get better and improve those things, me personally, as this here is a temporary stop in the book of life that we're living. And I'm just in this role, and we're grooming people, we're grooming leaders within our communities. But as I was groomed from this community, so I believe in grooming this community. So as like I was having a conversation today, as Outlaw, we said heart, pride, determination. I knew I wasn't gonna play pro basketball. Outlaw knew that too. Everybody, it wasn't one of those things that wasn't a goal I set out for, but I just used it for what I can do. But that heart, pride, and determination was for me out there to do in life. And then to come back and be able to serve this community in this capacity, this is home. Get this representation of your home. And so and I feel very passionate about this, as I'm not bullish in the fact that I'm going to try to bully staff into doing things that should be done or want to be done, as we have a staff of that. And so as I don't tell directors how to direct, at the end of the day though, but when we need to get something done and need to move forward, what happens when we all come together? Get this, that's just the bottom line. And that movie Soul Food, she said, you all like this, but when you take that fish, I remember that speech at dinner time? Everybody remember that speech, right? On Soul Food, the movie Soul Food. Remember that? Your mama said it up there, when you bow to a fish, it has powerful force. That's what we are. It's when the hand, the fifth, comes together. That's really what it's about. That's the power structure that we have. Because we're powerless without each other. And with each other, it is. Just look at the facts. I don't have to offer opinions. I don't have to offer statements. Check the footprint. And so we've done a lot. I just don't brag about it. And we're responsible for a lot of things. And let me tell you this, as when this nonprofit partnership, because I have to say this, as the $7.5 million of student loan savings in this city that this administration is responsible for, primarily through Facts and Pride. That's $7.5 billion, okay, of student loan forgiveness. There are people who had $96,000 in student loan forgiveness still didn't qualify for a house. But does that translate out there into money? Get this, it does. Because $7.5 million is now disposable income, because they don't have to, they're debt free now. And why I say that, because now you can take your money and reinvest in things that you want to do, particularly in this community. As one person booked cruise, said, think it's easy, book cruise, okay? As I can tell you about many of those stories. So $7.5 million is nothing to play with. It's like $3 million for the city staff alone. They got $4.5 from the community at large. So, and we announced to get this on this call. And we talked about it on this call. So when the federal government, I'm sorry about this, because I just get, when you think about it, you know what I mean, as it comes from this call, so that people say, oh, it's not good for nothing call, it's really kind of offensive, because the effect of it is you're disrespecting the constituency that took action and actually got on it and was benefited from it. So that's the place that I come from, is like, you're not disrespecting me, it's like the people who benefited from it. So, but by you spewing that negativity, it might cause somebody not to get on there. And people who didn't get on there first got on and got the help they needed. Ain't that something? So it's not about what you hear, it's about what you do. Because here at MeWe Nation, we think, we talk, we do. Motto, period. That's it. And so, don't be just a hearer, gotta be a doer. And please go do your part. Go do vote. I don't care if you don't vote for me, just go vote, period. You got to exercise your right. It's your choice, but remember, you're the sum of your choices. You are truly the sum of your choices. And I celebrate this call every day. Stacey Williams, how you doing, Stacey?
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, sister.
All right. Well, of course, I'm driving again. And I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. It takes a special person to be in politics, to be a council person, you know, all of that. But it also takes a very, very special person to say, I don't know. You know, and I'm just going to put it out there, you know, not to be sexist or anything, but it takes a lot for a man to say he doesn't know. And it takes quite a lot, a special person to say, since I don't know, let me gather people who do know and put them in places so that they can be a vehicle for change. And I want to thank you for believing in me and putting, you know, recommending me to be on the position that I'm at, because that just lets me know, okay, he believes that I'm one of those assets. So let me move forward and do what I need to do for our city. Same thing with Tamiko. You've put her in a position where she is able to take the resources and the training that she has gotten and to continue moving on in her efforts. And of course, we know you're going to continue doing your efforts, you know, whether in office or not. Like you've already said it, you're going to continue pushing forward. And I just want to thank you for all of the tireless hours that you've served, all of the meals that you've served, all of the hands that you've shaken, all of the hugs that you've given, and all of the smiles that you have put on so many people, from, you know, kissing babies all the way to giving hugs to seniors. Thank you for everything that you've done, because whether anyone has told you or if you really understand this, you and your team has made a brighter and a more solid foundation for so many families within our city. And they're going to move forward, and maybe 10 years, 15 years from now, they may not remember your name specifically. A few may, but they're going to remember, you know what? Somebody helped me along the way, and they're going to be grateful for it. And you can't take that back from anybody, because you have done so much. Even to today, at our retreat, we were talking about, yeah, you know, the workforce development program that Corey put in place. Yeah. You know, we're constantly giving you accolades and just thanking you for being who you are and the genuine person that you are. And we thank you. We appreciate you, and we applaud you.
Thank you, Stacey. And thank you for your service.
Thank you, Tamika.
You welcome. You trying to break me down over here.
Yeah. If we were to sing a song, we sure sing higher than an eagle. You're the wind beneath our wings.
Snuffleupagus in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, sir, we are soaring like eagles. And speaking of eagles, SL Lewis is Eagles. That's the mascot. I went
Oh
there.
yeah, those eagles yesterday. Yes.
So get that, and I realized when they said this, I realized I'm an eagle, right? They have that little portion that says eagles and something really come, they fly alone. Like they don't fly in a flock, you know. And get this, I certainly stand out. So, and but however, we get this. I just tell people hurdles are nothing but build strength in them. So thank y'all.
I didn't get my testimonial.
Go ahead, no, tell us the story.
Oh, they got French fry jokes in here.
Oh no. So good. Do you want to hear from me? Because I can tell you. Or do you hear from Paulette Vaughn over there, who they actually installed right now? As from as from the initial acts to win. Now get this, y'all can hear from me, because I can tell you I know the process. But we actually had somebody who went through that process. How long was that? Past 10 years. Y'all haven't done it now?
Yeah.
When did they get installed? So I can tell you, right, and you can think that it sounds simplified, or you can hear from a subject matter expert who went through it. Because, you know, since, you know, people say, I have nothing to say, I can tell you the process. But I like to have people who done been through it. Because see, thank you for the question too, Sister Collins, that was unexpected, but I'm just saying that we're right. And just so happens tonight on this call, we have somebody who lives it. And get this, they actually have it. Do you want to talk about it?
You have to be it is a genuine teaching process. You're going to hear all kinds of stories about when you have to take work You have to, signature. We have to break the engineers down, we have to bid on the project, and you're gonna hear that same story for the next 8 years. However, you'll see that a new budget has been presented, and you're never on it for some particular reason. But you have to be home with reference to it. Having your receipt, meaning that video, your traffic, your incidents, accidents, all types of things to present. And why do we have to do that as citizens of the city of South Florida? I don't know why it takes so much. But it's very simple. It's very simple. It is very simple. But you have to prove it.
Mhm.
So ladies and gentlemen, that answers the questions here. I want to explain the process. As it can just be simple as signing a piece of paper, you have your traffic calming measures. But you're gonna spend 10 years going over, get this, and hopefully we're gonna narrow down that time, and so we do have some challenges, for resources that we can, and that need to be made available, but once those, we have the proper resources to, accomplish the things that need to be done, who has the brain trust and the bandwidth, to get it done, I think you'll see some changes in. And when we put in this budget, we passed a $200 million budget, so we have some things that is increased. Because we can lower the millage rate, and there's some things that had to be, cut off that list, but the things that are important to the community was left on there, and so, but we celebrating. Y'all missing because we got a whole live band playing out there. That's my iPhone, and so it's like this, and so it's District Live here. And thanks to Big Daddies for catering this event this evening. Thank y'all all for coming out. Thank y'all for joining us and staying on the call. We appreciate it. Who? Oh, go ahead, Jane, if you want to go ahead.
Just turn the camera.
Okay. I'm still learning my technology here, y'all. Well, anywho, I'm Jane Williams, and I come out on Mondays. I've been coming for the last almost, because I didn't know about it. But now that I have, I'm on the call. Even when I was running for office, I was on this call, putting out my signs. I was still on the call. I've learned a lot as it relates to planning and in development. And it has helped me to understand when I go down to Loganville, my hometown, about my mom's property, what to fight for, what not to fight for, what's gonna work, what's not gonna work. And it's just been a joy. I knew nothing about Burdette Gym, Burdette Road. Well, maybe except for Creflo Dollar, Burdette Road, but even then I wasn't sure what street Creflo Dollar was on, but now I know. So I thank you, Corey, Councilman, for all that you've done. And my sister always say, Councilman Reed, he does a lot for us. He does a lot for our community. She loves bingo. Y'all know that. She loves bingo, but she's a servant too, so she loves the work. And so I just appreciate, I've met so many people that I didn't know. And now we have a relationship. So I think that's what, it's all about. It's all about growth, relationship, development. So I'm looking forward to what else is going to be down 279.
Absolutely.
279, okay? and I learned what 279 was. I didn't know before. I'm like, what's 279? So now I know. So I just think that these calls have, been more than we can even imagine that they have, what they've done, these calls. And I'm grateful. So, I'm looking forward to the development and what you fight for. Even though we had a police precinct that did close down, I know that you're fighting for us to have a police precinct, but it's not your fight alone. It's not your fight alone. You got fighters with you, okay? So I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I can't wait till this is over. And I just appreciate y'all. Oh, and we've had a lot of firsts, right? So we had our first bike ride. We had our first bike ride. So I'm grateful for that. And you know, I've heard about the Friday night basketball. You know, I think that's great for the community. I think it's great. I'm gonna sign up for the next class. I think that's January. Is that January for the next class? I'm gonna sign up for that next class, y'all. So I'm gonna sign up for
ABAC on the way.
I'm gonna sign up for the next class. And so I just appreciate you, Corey. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Tamiko, and all that y'all have done and what will be done in the future. So thank you very much.
Right, but I'm gonna tell y'all this, because I just have to say this. As y'all want to fight through, is like, check this out. Tomorrow it starts our playoff for BWAP, right? It's a Balling After Dark, Balling with Purpose. As long as we had to fight over here for Burdette, somebody called, a couple of people from the community called and said they moving the playoff game when Chelsea came over to Welcome All Park. So I need y'all to email Madam Superintendent and the director, Tanar Turner, who came out on these calls saying, as why y'all moving the game that people are accustomed to coming from to Burdette Park and all the way done fought for to Welcome All Park. As I need y'all to reach out to them direct, because they gonna think that I'm just trying to make this stuff up. As for people from the community called me, I got 2 calls today from the community now. And so I reached out to the announcer and I asked him, I said, and he said, oh, yeah, they moved over to Welcome Home. People, let me just say this. The direct insult of that is it goes without words. Because we legit fought day, night, and 2.5 years to get this down in place. And to have the insult, to have those moved over to Welcome Out Park. Again, if you want to start another season and have them over there, fine. But to start something, pause it out there and then move it to Welcome Out during this time, and then want to move it on election day. And Welcome Out is a precinct, am I correct? Mm-hmm. And so is Burdette. So what's the excuse of why y'all want to put it over? I don't question directors how they move, but this right here is just, I want y'all, the people here, to just send them an email and ask them why. Simply why. As Brad knows that because this thing has a direct positive influence on this community. And y'all want to move it out of this community when I had to fight like everything to get it here. And I want y'all to just look into that. And so, go ahead. That's a director's decision. No, that's a Parks and Rec director's decision.
Corey, can I say something?
Walk.
Right. Right. Walk, ride their bike. All right. And so. I have no idea what they're gonna do, and I literally got a call about this today and confirmed it, and I'm about to send out a email.
Well, I know who should be on the next Monday night call.
It just got repaid. Everything's out there, so I'm not understanding why this is happening. But on the day it's happening out there, it's just count of time. But I'm just not going to get into the semantics of that. No, not tomorrow night, right? The playoffs and then right. And so it is, but I just can't tell you like how the underserved community is constantly getting underserved. Right. And it's about people who look like that.
Corey, can I say something?
Something that brings the attention is you have a lot of kids. A lot of kids. One, there is a elementary school, there's a middle school, and there's a high school. All of those kids live in these neighboring neighborhoods that can be in Burdett. I am sick and tired, and I'll be clear, I'm sick and tired of activities being taken away from our community and shipped over to Waccamaw. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
To her point, to this point, people do not have access to get to Waccamaw. Burdett is our city.
That's right.
That is for us and all of those communities that feed into that. All of those kids that go to Bethune, all of those kids that go to McNair, all of those kids that go to the high school. It makes no sense that you continue to keep taking stuff from our.
That's right.
And the stuff that we work hard
Inheritance.
to.
Yes,
Inheritance.
inheritance. Oh.
And so, but I need y'all to send this email tonight.
I'm gonna send an email tonight.
To Superman, and Mr. Turner. And that's a reasonable explanation on why.
Yes.
Because I can do it, but let me just say this, is that did not make me a happy camper. I'm not a happy camper right now, because let me just say this.
Excuse me, Corey, were you talking to me?
We could even be a little bit to say 50-50. Like I don't even want to say 50-50 because it was a success at Burdett. It was success.
And let me tell you this, and we did the live stream, right? The average viewership for the live stream every time they played was 713. I can show you the facts and the stats. 713 average viewers. You can't even fit 713 people in the gym. And this is on the average of every time they play. So people, the broader scope is the research. And I'm going to talk about this because he understands something. These are just Ms. Payne, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, my question is, if they're taking it, is it a reason that Welcome All is the new park? Do we need to advocate for a new park in District 5?
Well, let me just say this. We have expanded the park space in District 5 by 8.3 acres. And so that's the green space down at the end of the field. But one of the things is Burdett has reached its life cycle. It was built in 1976. And a tree fell on the night that we had the council on August 25th. So as I said, hey, well, finally, I'm gonna pitch this every chance I get. I said, because I want to demolish everything around Burdett except the floor.
Right.
And put a 360-degree arena there with auxiliary court, and get this, it's an outdoor arena with the ability to close in inclement weather. And so they can't talk about retractable roofs, because get this, that pool over at Welcome All was retractable. So I'm glad they had that in place. So we do have something of that nature to start it, but it's a dome kind of effect, 360-degree seating, right? You got auxiliary courts that's on it, and then you have auxiliary space for after schools, because dealing with robotics, coding, futuristic stuff, because that's what it's added to. And so and then we got the aquaponics. But I'm just saying that there are things that I advocate for, but they told me I'm a wish land. Well, I'm gonna keep wishing, okay? Because this little light of mine, I'm gonna keep telling every chance I get.
Right.
And they still didn't happen. But understand something. It just got repaid. We literally, if you go over there right now, you'll see a whole new pavement, the whole new stripe. Get it. So the look of it is so much better. And wait till the digital sign comes, because these are the things that we're fighting for. And and the mural is coming, right? And so I'm just saying these changes at Burdett are going to be taking an effect. And I'll be there when it happens one way or the other. It doesn't matter about that. But I'm just saying the fact of them taking this particular deal, there's no reason you would move it from Burdett to Welcome All.
Okay.
Now, they structured it to happen up in place, because people don't really understand is that we had a meeting over at Welcome All that was scheduled to do the floor, because the paving was going on at Burdett. They moved the last game to Welcome All. That was reasonably done, right? But understand something, that ain't the case no more. It's an insult to the community.
Right. Yeah,
it's
that's
a
what
community. And I'm just saying that I don't tell them how to direct, I don't do anything. I just champion it and I fund it. But for this to happen at this time, it's just really disrespectful to the community.
Yeah, I totally
agree.
agree. I agree with you.
I'm fault for it, man. And how I'm just gonna keep a smile on my face because understand something, but it's highly disrespectful to the community.
I mean, I agree. I mean, so
Right.
well, the way I feel about it, if Welcome All is, if they have a park, and you know, Welcome All isn't too close to Fairwood area, we should have one too.
Right.
You know,
Well,
on that level. So, you know, and that could be a reason why they're like, oh, well, we're just gonna take this and take it to the new park or whatever. It's just like, nah. Well, if that's the case, then we need a new park over here. Like you
right,
said,
we're
it's a
advocating
disrespect to
for
our
it,
community.
right? And so
Yes, I mean,
what
I
I think
agree.
is this, I
I
got you,
like what you was
and so
talking about.
one thing is for sure, is the mere design of it is to have a league at Bird, a league at Welcome All, a league at Clifton, and a league at Santown.
Right.
So you just go, we got 4 leagues that you can play and interplay. So
Yeah.
but let me just say this. That's just the way I see it.
That makes
Get
more
it?
sense.
I fall back on that, but I can only provide a suggestion on how it could be done. But for that to be taken away from Bird is to rob the kids out of this community of something that they were enjoying. And plus the viewership on the live stream that was there, people from around the goddamn country and some international was tuning in to Bird Park right here. The focus.
Right.
I'm sorry that I do not apologize for advocating for the things that are right. And I'm sorry I have not been more stern in my speech out there to that. But at the end of the day, let the community speak. Let you guys go and tell them how you feel about how being just robbed. As they took all the money out of your pocket. They took your lunch money.
Most definitely.
I'm like,
Get
well,
this. I learned from Will Green. Get this. I just learned this today.
Okay.
you know, well, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I just got in this, and came to the community, and you know, this, you know, I don't know, Corey. It's just like the council. You know, I heard about the Easter egg hunt and all that getting canceled. And man, it's like, yo, I don't know. It's just I feel like that's some, you know, they're moving from, you know, if you work for it and you developed it, them moving it from from Burdick to Welcome All. That's another. Why we got all that going on? There's other bigger things. Let the kids have their fun. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. You got grown kids, you know.
Mr. Turner,
Yes.
what did you get? Do you have any thoughts about having this Monday night call?
Oh yes, it's been very informative. And like I said, I just came in the community, and the calls I've been on have been very informative. It's definitely brought me into the community. I've met a lot of people, a lot of good people, and everybody seems to be wanting to go, you know, improve the community. So
Do
yeah,
they
I
have this where
definitely
you
enjoyed
came
it.
from?
What's that?
Do they have this where you came from?
Well, I tell you what, Tamiko, I don't even know. I didn't get into all of this until I bought some property there. And when I bought some property, it opened my eyes, and I tell everybody else that I know to go to their council meetings now.
So we're gonna claim it over here.
Right.
That's
Ms.
right.
Payne?
That's right. You know, I'm not even in town. I'm out of town right now, but I'm gonna make sure I tune in to the Monday meeting. No.
See? Go ahead, Ms. Payne.
All right. Well, I did want to say that we have to be very mindful that when we tolerate stuff, we empower it. And when we're getting funded for things, then they have the power to take them as well as give them. So we have to always make sure that we shore ourselves up by making sure that our community businesses and our community churches get involved. So when something happens like this, I mean, Corey has the best idea. If you want this to happen, then why don't you just have leagues at the other parks so that we can continue to play together and involve more people? This has been a travesty that has been happening in our communities for decades, and we have to stop it.
Amen. And with that, we're going to end this call. Thank y'all for celebrating this 2 years. And so the effectiveness as we move forward. Because tomorrow is November the 7th, it's election day.
That's
but
right.
The one absolute thing is for sure is Wednesday, the sun will rise and we going to be moving forward.
Yes.
See, when the sun rises on Sunday, we either going to be moving forward or we're going to be moving forward.
Yes,
we don't
yes.
move on. We don't retract, okay? We just add
Best to you, Corey. Best to you.
All right, good deal. Thank y'all so much. We love you.
Yes, good luck.
Can't do nothing about it.
Oh, yes.
All right.